Mayonnaise is a simple ingredient with a critical mission in professional kitchens. So why is selecting the right mayonnaise so complex? From extra heavy duty to real super premium, the category terminology causes unnecessary confusion. And the lack of standardization can lead to disappointing results, dissatisfied customers, and costly waste. Visit venturafoods.com/mayo needs to help you find the right mayonnaise for your operation.
Hello, and welcome to Menu Talk with Pat and Brett. I'm your host for this week, Brett Thorne, Senior Food and Beverage Editor of Nation's Restaurant News and Restaurant Hospitality. Pat Kobe, Senior Menu Editor of Restaurant Business, will be hosting next week. Though right now, if you stay tuned, you'll get to hear a really delightful conversation that Pat and I had with chef and restaurateur Scott Conant. We were all at U.S. Food's recent Food Fanatics conference at the Mandalay Bay Casino in Las Vegas, where Scott was participating in a number of cooking demonstrations and the like, and he took the time to speak with me and Pat about what he's working on. And he's working on a lot. Conant has been cooking for 40 years, having started at the age of 15, because you could do that back then. Maybe not exactly legally, but close enough, particularly in towns like Waterbury, Connecticut, where Scott grew up. He's now reached a point in his career where he only works with people he wants to work with on projects that excite him. But he's excited by a lot. He's opening a new restaurant in the Bahamas. He's launched a new tomato sauce line called Martone Street, named after the street where his grandparents built a home when they immigrated from Italy to Waterbury, Connecticut. And he also plans to launch a new Italian-American sandwich concept next year. It will be called The Ponte, and he hopes to debut it in Scottsdale, Arizona. Scott Conant is a charming man, and we had a really nice talk that I think you will enjoy. And here he is. What are you doing these days? What are you working on?
I'm working on so much stuff. I feel like I've never been busier than what I am right now. We're opening a new restaurant in the Bahamas at Baha Mar, which is a gorgeous resort. I'm so excited about partnering with such an incredible group of people. I'm at the point in my career where, Lucky from Lucky Tomatoes. Mm-hmm. Early in my career, I was like 25 years old. I was the chef of some restaurant across in Midtown East, 26 years old. And she's like, Scott, I'm at the point in my career where I'm only going to deal with the people that I want to deal with. And I thought, this woman is losing it. You got to just get out there and be ambitious and go and all that kind of stuff. And with years comes a little bit of wisdom, and I see the knowledge of Lucky at this point where she was 100% right. I only do things with the people. First of all, I only do the things that really excite me and make me happy, which I think is as a chef coming up, you're kind of ingrained to think you got to do as much as you can to keep your restaurants busy, right? Keep the butts in seats, so to speak. But then there comes a point in time where you're like, I'm exhausted and I just don't want to do that, or I want to just spend time with my family, or I want to sleep late today. That personal care seems to take over at a certain point, and I think I've arrived.
Well, congratulations.
That's good. It's good.
So are you spending less time behind the stove? I mean, you probably have been for the last
Well, I still cook all the time. Mm-hmm. I always say, there's a famous quote from Paul Bocuse when he opened, a second restaurant. And they were like, well, if you're not in the kitchen, who's going to cook? And he said, the same people that cook when I am in the kitchen. So that's exactly what
right.
seems to be happening. I go in and I think of myself more coach, I would say, than anything else. Like there's a philosophy that I have in a hospitality prowess that I like to kind of constantly ingrain in the team and make sure that people are learning and they're hopefully evolving and hopefully getting better. And that's what I like to think I do.
Has your team followed you from, I know you started in New York and then you went to Miami for a while. Now you're in Scottsdale.
Well, I had the New York restaurants and I didn't move to Miami, but we opened. So then we opened in Vegas, we opened in LA, I had a restaurant in Toronto for a short time. We've had restaurants all over the place, and I've had a lot of the same team with me throughout the way. my corporate team in particular has been with me for a pretty long time, and I've lost some people and they've come back over the years as well.
Yes.
So I like to keep a good relationship with all my team members, whether they're with me or without me. But I'm really blessed with the team that I have today. I just did a joint partnership with a group called LT Hospitality, which is Jeff Toscarella and Christopher Lauder. They ran Nomad Hotels in 11 Madison Park. Jeff was the COO of 11 Madison, and I just am really excited and happy to have partnered with such incredible professionals to take care of my ops and allow me to do things like this, so that I know that I can trust them to get all this stuff done. So it's exciting.
Yeah,
It's
so
exciting.
being in a hotel is, I know, as a lot of chefs who, get on in their careers like to be in hotels and, have somebody else do all the
Trying to say that I'm old?
No.
Is that what's happening right now?
experience.
But, yeah, no, I mean, I love the hotels and I love the casinos. There's never, there never seems to be an end of guests who come in and want to appreciate what we have to offer, which is a blessing, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of the whole point. You want a busy restaurant. So I like the relationships that we've created. Yeah, I have a great relationship with, as I said, the Baha Mar team. We have a new restaurant that we just opened up in Resorts World in New York.
Nice.
So they're looking for the expansion license in New York as well at the Resorts World in Queens. So we have one in the Hudson Valley as well as in the Catskills. And so hopefully they get that license. We'll do another restaurant with them there as well. Yeah.
So you say you're lucky and blessed to be surrounded by all these people, but I question that. I think it probably has something more to do with the fact that you've cultivated relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and how do you do that?
I think you show and you express gratitude for it. I think that's kind of a cycle, right? Like I express my gratitude, they appreciate that, and we continue to evolve with that relationship. I've been doing this a long time. Next year is 40 years since I've been cooking.
Oh,
And
No,
so,
couldn't be.
yeah,
you look great.
that's nice of you. Thanks. It's on camera too, so you guys. So 40 years, and I started when I was 15 years old. I'll be 55, and I've seen a lot as the days have come and gone, and I feel like the relationships and the opportunities that I have in front of me today, I just never thought I would have the chance to do them again, and so I don't take it for granted. I really feel blessed to be able to have these opportunities. And I'm starting a food product line as well. So I've gotten a lot of press for my tomato sauce over the years. And so we have identified a really great product. We're calling it Martone Street. We launch at Sprouts in December, on December 1st. Martone Street is the name of the street where my grandparents had built a home when they moved here from Italy. And so those early days of sitting around a table, not dissimilar to this, and, getting in fights and laughing and sharing stories and listening to my grandfather talk about the old country and my uncle, who recently passed away, watching him carve the turkey with the electric knife, which was always confusing to me as a kid. You remember those days? I mean, those are the I think those core memories for me that I want to share. I want to share them with food products and allow people to create their own memories with some of that really inherent goodness of what I grew up with. And it's not about me, it's really about the tomato sauce. So we're launching with 4 different SKUs and we're really excited about it. I'll use all fresh peeled seeded tomatoes, no citric acid, no seed oils, no added sugars. It looks like a nutritional label should look. Yeah.
What are the 4 different SKUs?
We have my traditional pomodoro sauce, tomato basil. We have a campagna style sauce, which is based on the sauces that my grandmother, my aunts, and my mother would make, which is a little bit of caramelized onions, garlic, oregano, tomatoes, and a touch of basil as well. We have a Mediterranean sauce, which is kind of based on a pugliese style sauce, which is capers, caramelized onions, a little bit of anchovy also, and a touch of oregano and basil inside as well. And then we have a plain and arrabbiata, which is Calabrian chili and garlic, and they're delicious. I mean, it's such an exciting time. We've been working on this for 3 years, and US Foods was involved in the beginning, and we're talking about maybe some potential collaboration down the road as well. Yeah.
I'm so glad I asked because those are interesting SKUs, like
They
full
are,
different
yeah.
regional tomato sauces.
Yeah. Thank you.
And are all of your restaurants lean towards Italian or Mediterranean?
Yeah. Years ago, I used to work for the famous great West auteur Tony May at San Domenico in New York City, and those were kind of my formative years. So walking into that restaurant for the first time, I was the only American in the kitchen, other than Paul Bartolotta, who obviously is one of the great American chefs, Italian American chefs, and I just, I kind of saw my family and, my mother's family, in particular, my father's family is not Italian. Conant's not Italian, obviously. But I just kind of fell in love with the Italian kitchen, with the proper Italian kitchen from back then. So I kind of stuck with it. I'm a little biased, but I like to think I'm good at it. Well, so it's made its way.
You definitely were successful with it. So
yeah.
Sounds like a good plan.
Where is Martone Street?
It's in Waterbury, Connecticut. Yeah, that's where my mother grew up. My mother still lives on Martone Street, funny enough. Yeah. I'm glad I don't, but I'm glad I moved. But yeah, it's a heartfelt story that I think it resonates with everybody, because whenever I tell that story of sitting around a table and kind of connecting through food, everyone, it conjures up a certain image, and everybody has that, their version. I don't care what your cultural background is. You could be from Mars. Everyone has that moment. And if you don't have that moment, you have the want or the desire to have that moment,
So you said you're concentrating now on what makes you happy, what you enjoy. What are those things?
It's all the things I just told you. Doing the restaurants, working with the team, starting a new project, having a vision. My goal in the first quarter of next year is to start a sandwich concept as well. I just want to take those sandwiches, those Italian American heroes, sub, grinder, whatever you want to call them, and growing up in Connecticut the way I did. And, you look at from Philadelphia all the way up into Maine, right? Those Italian heroes have a place. And so I was talking to someone from Subway, someone who's retired from Subway, but used to have like over 1,000 stores. And they were saying they never did great in the Northeast because the local sandwiches were so much better than what Subway was doing. And that it really, I've been working on this one for a long time as well. So that kind of stuck in my memory bank. And I just want to, it's something that I'm excited about.
Yeah, I still remember in 2012, I went to a restaurant in Philly and had the roast pork broccoli rabe, sharp provolone.
Yeah.
It was the best thing I ate in 2012. Hands down. It was so good.
It's on my menu, that same.
Really?
Yeah. We didn't even talk about that. Look at that. Look at
Amazing.
that. I'm on the right page. I hope I could make it as good.
I remember when I lived in Boston, they were, everyone called them grinders, and I never heard the word grinder before because I grew up in New York, and we call them heroes.
Yeah.
But
call them whatever you want.
Yeah,
as long as at the end you're calling them delicious. That's that's the thing. It's all about the bread. I think the bread that I grew up with in Connecticut, in Waterbury, Connecticut, there was a bakery called Miletes, and they closed during COVID, and I haven't been able to find anything that's similar. Orwaller's has something really, really close in New York City, and we've been going with that in the short term. So we're happy with it so far.
So where do you think you might open the sandwich place?
I think I'm going to launch it in Scottsdale. Just look at the cost of doing business in New York City. Let's put it this way. I was looking at various spaces in Manhattan, 1,200 square feet to 1,500 square feet. You were talking about between $50,000 to $60,000 a month.
Wow.
With a similar location, same size, 1,200 square feet, you're talking about $7,000 a month in Scottsdale.
Well, that would be much more profitable then.
Well, I don't know if it's profitable or not, but it's certainly less to get in, just to open the doors.
Less stress.
I don't need any more stress.
Yeah.
That's what I don't need. Yeah.
Well, a year ago, I moved to the deep south of Brooklyn. I'm now on the Sheepshead Bay, Brighton Beach border.
That's where my wife is from, Sheepshead Bay. Yeah. Avenue U and 27th Street.
Ah. Yeah, I'm on the other end. But we could use a good sub shop there. Yeah.
I know a guy.
Yeah. Apart from the roast beef sandwiches where there are two, there's Brennan and Carr and Roland Roaster that have their own style of like soaked in the juice roast beef sandwiches.
Yeah. That's delicious.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a good sandwich unless the juices are drooling down your arm, right? Like that's how you gauge it, right? If it's all the way to the elbow, you know you're into something good. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Do you have any idea what this sandwich shop will be called?
It's going to be called the Ponte Sandwich Shop and Italian Deli. So the Ponte is, my grandparents are from a small town called Ponte Landolfo in Italy. And for some reason, they all moved to Waterbury, Connecticut, and also outside of Montreal back in the 30s and 40s. And so, as I said, my grandparents have that, they built that home on Martone Street. And in Waterbury, Connecticut, there's actually a Ponte Club. So all the people from Ponte Landolfo refer to themselves and others as Pontes. So I kind of like, you know, that it's nostalgic and it's family, you know.
And that's in Campania, you said?
It's in Campania, yeah, just outside of Benevento. Yeah.
Great.
Well, Scottsdale certainly has a lot of transplanted New Yorkers and people from the Northeast, so
Yes, they
it should
do.
be popular.
Yes. Yeah, let's hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, I lived in Chicago for a while. My favorite Italian sandwich place was Graziano's. Have you ever been there?
Yeah, no.
Like on Randolph Street. It's in the West Loop, you know, where all the restaurants are. But this place has been there forever. So
Love it.
really,
Is that one of the Italian beef places?
it's not Italian beef. It's just like good Italian deli sandwiches.
All those Italian beefs are having a whole renaissance.
They're having a moment
right?
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. God bless them.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So
Yeah.
when it comes to those sauces that you're rolling out,
Yeah.
what kind of R&D did you do for that, and how is that different from like developing menu items?
I did R&D for 30 years in restaurants. Like,
Right,
you know,
sure.
I mean, you remember even at L'impero back in 2002 when we opened L'impero, that spaghetti with tomato and basil was a number one seller for us. And then it took on a whole new life when I opened Scarpetto restaurants in 2008. So I'm not involved in Scarpetto anymore, but I from what I understand, they're still using the recipe that I used to use. And they're still opening restaurants internationally, so they're doing quite well. God bless them. So it's great.
Yeah,
It's great to see.
But to put them in a jar, isn't there, I don't know, food safety things you got to figure out? Like,
Yeah, well, that's
you have people.
I got a guy.
Okay.
No, I was actually I could show you this photo just since we're kicking it here. I was in the Coman actually working with the team, and I was so excited to be doing it. They let me actually cook this stuff. If you see, like I'm in the kettle cooking,
Wow.
you know, that was 5,000 pounds of tomatoes. So
Wait, maybe show the camera.
yeah, let's see. You see me like, yeah, that was, you know, not the best look with the mask over my beard and stuff, but food safety first, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I'm literally making that sauce. So
Wow.
super excited about it. And that's the brand. Let's see, Martone Street. Here we go. This is what the label will look like. I'll show everybody this.
Street.
So Martone Street.
Do some good marketing there.
Yeah, I see that. And this, there's a little wolf there and an American eagle. The wolf is the animal of Italy, just like the American eagle, obviously, is of the U.S. But my grandfather's name was Lupo. Lupo means wolf in
It
Italian.
looks very almost imported with that label.
That's what we want. We want that authenticity, right? I think that's what it's
Yeah.
about. And not just the authenticity of what's in the jar and that fresh flavor, but the story is authentic as well. This isn't a licensing deal for me. I'm not, just put
Yeah.
my name on it to get some cash. This is something we're building from the ground up. I've identified an amazing team. I'm working with Philip Baltz again on it. So you'll probably see something from Phil. Phil was my PR guy in 1999.
I mean, well, I didn't start. I started in like 2001, so
Yeah.
I was
Same idea.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. So
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking the time to.
thanks for letting me talk about myself. I love this. This is great. We should hang out more often.
Anytime you
We
want.
can do a follow-up.
We'll do a follow-up.
We won't be there physically, but we'll be on the screen.
Mayonnaise is a simple ingredient with a critical mission in professional kitchens. So why is selecting the right mayonnaise so complex? From extra heavy duty to real super premium, the category terminology causes unnecessary confusion. And the lack of standardization can lead to disappointing results, dissatisfied customers, and costly waste. Visit venturafoods.com/mayo needs to help you find the right mayonnaise for your operation.